you go. There you go.
Yes, sir. We in there.
What's the weather like out there in Germany, man? What time is it, as a matter of fact, in Germany right now?
It's 7:30 right now, p.m. 19.
7:30 p.m.?
Yeah, 1930 hours. 1930.
Okay. And what's the weather like right now?
It's always back and forth Bay Area weather. You know, it might rain, it might not. It's just random, sporadically, but it do rain a lot out here.
That's right. That's right. So look, like I was letting everybody know, the full interview will definitely be posted via E.D.I Mean TV YouTube channel in case y'all missed it. But as you see, people are tapping in right now. We got Africa in the building.
Yes.
We got Vegas. We got LA. All around the world. You know, this E.D.I Mean TV shit is international. And we were an international artist. But let them know where you started at, where you from originally.
Man, I was born and raised down in Central California, Tulare County, Tulare, California. Grew up there, and then my brother moved me to the Bay Area at a young age. I was already up there after like eighth grade, and then I moved to Vallejo right after high school, and pretty much was there ever since. Bounced back and forth doing work and stuff of that nature. But yeah, that's kind of where my background is, Bay Area mainly.
Bay Area, basically. You know what I mean? So give everybody some of your influences that inspired you to get into this rap shit.
Oh man, with a lot of the artists that I collaborated with coming out of Vallejo, tons of artists, Celly Cell, Mac Mall, man, Nefta Pharaoh recently with Slim 400. I think there's a few more. OBP Official, he's a singer as well, artist out of Vallejo. But no, yeah, those type of people inspired me to come into the rap scene and just let my voice be heard.
That's right. That's right. And you could definitely hear the influence on your music. We've collaborated on music in the past. And your Lip to Tell album, you brought up Slim 400, which was a partner of both of ours on
Yeah,
that
rest in peace.
Lip to Tell album. Unfortunately, he was murdered, after y'all collaborated. But talk
Yeah,
a little bit about Slim and why you wanted to collaborate with him in the first place.
man. After I saw what him and Sad Boy Loco did, shout out to Sad Boy Loco out in Los Angeles. After I saw what they did, man, it was, and YG of course was on there. I just saw the beauty of the culture collaborating. You know what I mean? Versus Black and Brown, and I said, damn, if Slim, would do that for Sad Boy, not knowing any of Sad Boy's history. I was like, I'm gonna reach out. He might tap in with me. And the reason why I went with Slim is I seen him with Elfingers. Me and the Elfingers are like this. When I was out in Vegas, we collabed a few times. He came over to the crib and whatnot. But yeah, Slim, man, it's hard to. I only talked to him like 3 or 4 times, never in person, just over the phone. And I was in Germany a few times, talking to him, and we talked a little bit because he was born in Germany. So
That's right.
his dad had military background or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we just talked a little bit about the situation, and the first time that he had gotten shot at, 9 times he had already survived. And I just said, hey, bro, I know you hot right now in the streets, but let's get to the music. You know what I mean? You want to collab on something? And he said, send me the beat. And it was a fire ass Slapmaster beat. And he ended up naturally calling it Dougie Walk. And then I changed it to Bust My Dougie after I brought in Nefta Pharaoh onto the track. Yeah, so.
That's a slapper
but
right
yeah, rest
there, man.
What's
That's
that?
a slapper right there, man. Good job on that, man. Rest in peace to Slim 400, definitely, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Before I go any further, shout out to my guys, Pete Frank and Paul Watkins, man. They just put together a nice doc on Slim 400, man.
Nice.
Episodes from one of their new shows that'll be coming out on Tubi. I forget the name of the show, but I went to the premiere party, man, and they did a dope episode on Slim 400, and his
That's what's
mom
up.
was in the building, and some of his family was in the building, man. And you know, we definitely want to send out our condolences and rest in peace, Slim 400, man.
Yeah. Rest in
Gone way
peace.
too soon. Gone way too soon, man.
I
But you
know.
blessed to have a track with the homie. And one of the things I always respected about you is your independent grind, man, your independent hustle, man. You go
Thank you.
hard for what you believe in. And I respect any artist that does that. You know, most recently you got something with Glasses Malone. You got something brand new with the homie Glasses, man. Talk about that.
Yeah, we collabed on this joint for the culture. Um, you know, and he was asking me, you know, what inspired me to write the song as well. And I told him Eazy-E. And after I thought about it, you know, it was like to me it felt like when I wrote that song, and even when I laid it down, it felt like Eazy-E type music. And then when I realized what I was thinking was the Boys in the Hood song, right? Like the modern day Boys in the Hood song. I just remembered at that time I recollected and I said, Ice Cube wrote those lyrics, right? So in all reality, I was falling back to Cube. You know what I mean? Like, so because I wrote that song
I
with no beat.
Price of Rhymes, that I say. Easy famously said that
Yeah,
in that song you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, but I wrote that song without any beat. You know what I mean? Like I wrote it naturally. So I had it, and but yeah, Zeke Beats produced that joint. He's you know, out there. He blew up with Zoe Osama, underrated. So shout out to Zeke Beats. But yeah, I was in Vegas, um, developing that brand, Lost in Vegas. What you see behind me, my character, my boy Marcus made it here in Germany. Um, and I was just banging out there in Vegas at the time, and I had the beat. I sent it out to Glasses Malone, and I laid it down that same day in Vegas when I got it. Like the very next day, I was on it, hit the studio, laid it down, sent it to Glasses. He's like, "That's tough." Fire emojis, and I said, "Let's move forward. Let me know what it will take." Bloom, bloom, bloom. Sent the ticket. It was a wrap. So yeah, I was really excited about the joint. I'm kind of disappointed that YouTube is banning it. Instagram, you know, just typical, you know, censorship. So I got to go another route, get the radio edit out, and try and see if we can clean up some of the divisions.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of ass in that video, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most
You know what
definitely
I
we
mean?
did that.
Y'all definitely got, you know, the eye candy in the video, and it's crazy to me how, you know, your shit could be shadow banned, but I see a whole lot of ass and titties all over Instagram, and I don't know how some of these quote unquote content creators get away with it, but it is what it is, man. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Like I said, you tapped in with E.D.I Mean TV right now, and we're gonna continue to, you know, blast your shit out via our channels and whatnot. So they can stop it on one end, but they can't stop the bum rush altogether.
No,
We're
yeah.
gonna keep this shit moving.
No
You
doubt.
dig? Talk about some of the you know, the difficulties or complexities it is being an artist, you know, international. You're in Germany, but you're still out there working your wiggle all around the world. Talk about what it takes to really get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Being where you at and traveling and all of that.
Um, just not being camera shy, and I know a lot of us are. You know, it's hard to say you're a rapper and live the life. You know, when you ain't got chains, you don't have a car. You know what I mean? You know, you ain't really stunting. You know, you ain't got the what was I gonna say? The fashion down. You know, stuff like that. If you ain't really popping on the camera, then it's your automatically fear is gonna trigger you. You know, to stop you to your full success. You know what I mean? To your full, um, you get what I'm saying. Until you're fully, you know, not camera shy. You know what I mean? You have to put your foot down and move forward, and don't worry about the critics. Just do your music, get it engineered, get it mixed and mastered, and just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, don't really worry too much about your art cover. Just get it done, and just be consistent. Like Russell, you know what I mean? That kid from Vallejo too. He's just constantly behind the camera. So you just have to, pay the homie, hey, give me $50, come shoot this reel for me. You know what I mean? And do it all yourself. That all the apps are there. There's no reason why any indie artist right now should not be at their full potential. Their only thing that's stopping them is what's up in here.
Yeah, man. You got that, being that you got that Bay Area in you. You got that, the independent game as far as hip hop is concerned, basically originated in the Bay with, legends like Too Short and
Drew Down.
later on after that, E40 really revolutionized the independent game with Sick With It Records and things of that nature. So
Yep.
you got it in it. You got it in you. Some more of the collabs that you've done, you collab with D-Lo, L Fingers. You even collabing with artists out there in Germany.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. I've hooked up with Metaphysics. He's with a group called Zones of Mannheim out here. They're famous. They're more like a singer type group, but he's the rapper on the joint. My boy Tony T, he's an international hip hop star, or an international star out here as well. He's got a song called Shine On, Rio, I think it is. Shout out to my boy Tony T. So yeah, I've worked with a lot of artists. I ran into Planet Asia the other day in Cologne, Germany. We were already talking about, bouncing some vocals back and forth. So definitely.
Shout out to the homie Planet Asia.
That's right. He out there from Fresno too.
As well.
Yep. So yeah, it's different. E.D., you don't really see a whole lot of West Coast here. See a lot of East Coast, but the genre here is a little different, high energy. They're more techno and they're more Afro beats. So recently, I reached out to Hitman Beats. I was in the studio with them right before I left in Las Vegas. I recorded the song Shadow Band that I also have as well that I just dropped. But Hitman Beats was supposed to send me some Afro beats. So I told him, let's just work on that. And I told L Fingers the other day, I said, hey, they're my producers right now. I said, send me some, some high energy, something to go crazy out here in Germany. I'm gonna switch it up. I've already kind of dipped a little bit into techno, but I haven't been producing it. I was executive producer, but yeah, it's a whole new environment.
Yeah, man. Afro beats is definitely one of those genres that's on the rise right now, and really capturing the ears and attention of a lot of people, especially the ladies. Because women like to dance, they like to move their bodies.
Yep.
And Afro beats definitely tap into that vibe. So that'll be smart for you to diversify. I think a lot of artists got to stop being afraid to try something different, man. Speaking of something different, is there anything coming up in the future that the fans can look forward to from Gonzo the Great that's a little bit different for what they know you for?
Yeah, most definitely. To fall back to my boy Tony T, we got a little bit of some Germany type vibes. I would say it's more like I forget what kind of genre it is. I can't even think of it off the top of my head. It's like a Turkish style, but I can't think of it right now. Anyhow, I think it's like dancehall, pretty much like dancehall. So I got something like that coming out. I got some beat that I got from London. Shout out to King Wizard and his camp out there in London. I've been traveling a lot. Like I said,
we're flying miles in, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I got Africa right here on me when I went in 22 or 21 and 22. But I sent actually some Afro beats to Africa, Zimbabwe, Africa. So you might have a collab coming out there as well. And me being in Europe now, so it's nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump, to Zimbabwe. So um, the sky's the limit. But on behalf of my culture and Bay Area, I got a banger coming out with Mr. Fab and another Oakland or Bay Area artist, Lil Slugga or something like that, Lil Slug. But yeah, definitely a whole different type of genre of music gonna be coming from me soon. Soon.
Man, you definitely travel a lot. Like I said, you get your frequent flying miles in. Let everybody know what some of your favorite cities to visit.
My favorite what?
Some of your favorite cities to visit, work in, collab in, whatever.
Oh, in the States?
Yeah. Around the world. It doesn't just have to be the States.
Oh shit. Budapest. I went to Budapest with my lawyer. Man, the beaches out there, the vibe. Man, that shit was dope. And I was just with a good crowd, so we definitely had a good turn up. Vegas, of course. I know tons of producers, musicians. It's the number 1 entertainment capital in the world. So if you ain't in Vegas every other month or something, you're missing out. You already know the lifestyle. San Francisco as always, Oakland. It's funny. I first started rapping. When I first started rapping, I was going to the projects in the 400s in East Oakland, and that's when I ran across like June on a beat, all of his work when I was out there recording. And then that's when I ended up jumping with Stupid Young on that joint. But yeah, man, a lot of places, bro. Shit, LA. I'd never even really been a whole lot to LA. And what was funny about the last time I think I was in LA, really, really was the last time we did that interview. And it's funny because this is the only second interview I've ever done, and it's been with you. But yeah,
that's what's up.
Oxnard's a cool little spot. I was out there in LA, so yeah, a few little spots. Ventura County, all the beach line, all that's popping.
Right on.
Yep.
So back to the song you got with Glasses Malone. Is that coming out on a particular project, or is that just a single right now? What's your plans moving forward?
Yeah, I got a album named Giggling and Wiggling. I've been working on it for like the last year. So
what's the name of it again?
Giggling and Wiggling.
Giggling,
like laughing. Yeah,
wiggling.
Giggling and Wiggling.
That's right.
Yeah. It's just life's been full of changes. And let me tell you this quick story before I tell you about Giggling and Wiggling, what inspired me, or what's on that joint. Right before I started working on that project, I ran into some obstacles, some life changes. I had to move to Texas, and then shit hit the fan, and I had to move back to Vegas, and then Cali after that. Well, in that transition between those 2 states, I got robbed going to go visit moms before I came to see my son, right? Took a hard loss, lost all the hard drives, lost all the music, lost everything, E.D.I. Took a hard loss. Wardrobe, everything. I had 3 pairs of clothes on my back. Everything gone.
Wow.
So, delayed game. I pushed the project back, had the financial, setback, blah, blah, blah. Kept it rocking, reached out to Fabby, threw him on the joint, going back to Giggling and Wiggling. I was like, it's not ready yet. I'm pushing it back. I got time. Let me beef it up. I threw in some old joints in there because they've been gone off the market for like a year or something, but there's nothing but bangers on that joint. Zig Beats going crazy in there. L Fingers going crazy in there. I got some dope ass songs coming. Just 14 tracks. 10 of them are fresh. I'm bringing like 3 or 4 back. Some of the classics with T Nutty on there. I forget who else is on there right now. I think at the top of the list, but I think I put Daz Dillinger back in there, the one that we had. But yeah, I really want people to tune in because there's a lot more coming just than this.
No doubt, man. Minor setback for a major comeback. It ain't stop you, and so that says a lot about your resolve and your internal fortitude. You know, we're gonna always experience ups and downs, especially being self-motivated. You know, you gotta stay motivated, and I'm glad to see you still at it and use that as an excuse to give up, man. Because, you know, taking a loss like that, a lot of people be like, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But you still at it. You tapped in right now with E.D.I Mean TV. This is going out internationally, man. The comments is going nuts. People tapping in. They feeling your story. They feeling your vibe. Before we wrap it up, again, talk about this project, giggling and wiggling. Talk about what you got coming up next after that. When you're gonna be stateside again, and when they can see you live and see you get down in person.
Yeah, I'm actually been talking to Glasses Malone. He's coming out here, I think, next month, August, I think, or it might be end of this month. I'm not sure. He, if he comes out here, I'm gonna try and join the Berlin tour with him, and in Cologne, I would probably host another show with him while he's out here, private event or somewhere in Cologne. I know plenty of artists. Like I said, I'm planning on after next week when my son's gone, I might fly to Estonia, go hook up with the producer out of there, drop another single from the song I already wrote. He threw me a beat, like, hey, jump on it. So I might be in Estonia. I know for sure I'm going back to Zimbabwe because your boy's out there trying to dig up some gold. So, yeah, man, a lot in the works, bro. I'm glad I shook the States. I'll be back in the States, but I detached, bro. It was too much for me. The lifestyle that I was living and my son being here, you know what I mean? I was between a rock and a hard place. Like, you know, it's either, you know, do or die. And I said, I'm out, you know, and, but, you know, I'll always come home. I got the family there, you know, but officially I'll be in Wuppertal, Germany, August 1st. But, yeah, man, I'm everywhere like underwear. You feel me? Them freaking 5 miles is getting stamped up. I almost need another passport, dog.
Talking shit, man. And you know, you everywhere. You definitely moving around. Because guess what? This hip hop shit is international, man. It's not just a United States thing anymore. You know, and people are respecting the culture, and not only respecting the culture, doing it at a high level all around the world. So it's very smart of you to continue to move around and spread your thing all over the place and plant these seeds all over the place, man, because you never know when they're going to blossom and you know, really start to bear some fruit. Dick?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, you just got to stay humble, stay focused, and you know, like Nipsey said, you know, you just can't quit. You can't give up. You know, don't give up on yourself. Just you know, find a way. Once you find that way, once you find your groove, you figure out where to save your money and you know where to put it towards, you know, promotion and marketing and PR and all that. You know, you'll find your niche, and then it's just a matter of time for the snowball effect comes in. So just got to keep making good music. That's it.
Real walkie talking, man. You tapped in live right now. Outlaw E.D.I, Gonzo the Great,
Yes,
E.D.I
sir.
Mean TV. We international with it. We everywhere you never there. You dig? Make sure y'all continue to tap in with this brother, man. Like I said, he go hard in the paint for his thing, and I respect that and I salute that. So make sure y'all do the same. Look, got any shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up?
Man, shout out to my boy Metaphysics out here in Germany. You know, he helped me along the way. Shout out to Maggie. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Antonia. Shout out to Rudy. Shout out to a lot of these folks that helped me here. My boy Rob, Savannah from Smoke and Doodle. They're right here behind me. We got a collab coming out. Some smoking papers. Lost in Vegas, my brand. You see him right here, my character. Lamette's art, dope artist here out of Germany. We're probably going to collab. We already got the merch going up. So, yeah, man, shout out to you. E.D I, shout out to the Outlaws, shout out to Noble, shout out to Mozzie, Be Legit, everybody I can collab with, man. It's been a good run, and we're just gonna keep it pushing. You know what I mean? We already passed the hill. We done already seen the light out the tunnel, so ain't no stopping me now. I'm going against all odds.
Yeah, against all odds, man. Shout out to you, man. And look, independent artists out there, serious about their grind, tap in, get a spotlight on EDI Mean TV. I
Facts.
appreciate you tapping in with me, man. Let's do it again sooner than later.
Yes,
Salute
sir.
to you and good luck on all your future endeavors, man.
Thank you,
You know
E.D.
what I'm saying? We rocking with you over here at EDI Mean TV. So
Yeah.
you already know what it is, man. Send us your stuff, send us your music, and we'll repost that. You dig?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Peace and love, man. We gone, man. EDI Mean TV, we out. Gonzo the Great.
Never gon' settle. All I do is get better. All I do is get cheddar. Pulling up, blowing pressure. Outlaw forever.